Welcome to the Hellraisers Ball, where decadence and depravity, all the laws of the land. So strap yourself in, kids. It's going to be a wild ride. Tonight, we have a very special show for you. Not only will we be making some announcements about some upcoming special events that we'll be hosting and broadcasting from, but we'll also be airing footage from the State Theater this past weekend when the Love Dogs had their first headlining show. And I was actually hoping to have Joey Bishop and the rest of the guys on the show tonight, but unfortunately we couldn't coordinate and make that happen. However, we are going to air the footage that we have from the State Theater this past Saturday, June 29th. And we've been promising for a while that we're going to air the footage of Chrome over at Billy G's, Mike Dillon's debut show. And because of one thing or another, I haven't actually gotten around to airing the footage. But tonight, it is going to happen. We're definitely going to be broadcasting it. DJ Slam Durango,
Yes,
fresh back from New York City,
yes, I am.
and contemplating a name change.
Contemplating. Still, I
So
mean,
it's still in the infancy phases. Maybe we'll actually run a poll sometime tonight, or do you want to
well,
go back until
I
next?
really don't want to let the cat out of the bag or
Okay.
the dog.
Well, what we need to do is we got to come up with five names, one that you actually want to have,
Okay.
your existing name, and then three that don't count, but we're just going to put them on there anyhow, and let people choose or come up with their own name. You know, I'm also thinking about running for city council.
Well, you should.
I have a
Like the
platform.
mayor of Clearwater, Florida.
I don't know about mayor, but whatever comes up. Sometime between now and 2016, I'm really thinking about it. I want to abolish all the DUI laws.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. I want to actually call it Amendment .13. What do you think? The whole
Okay.
idea is to raise the blood alcohol level to .13.
Oh, there you go.
You know, actually, all joking aside, it isn't that I feel that there shouldn't be any penalties for reckless driving, but I think the focus should be on reckless driving and what a person is doing wrong, and not the fact that they happen to enjoy a couple of cocktails with some friends and they're coming home,
Okay.
from wherever. The bottom line is, it's speculative at best. When you give somebody a blood alcohol test, because one person may be perfectly capable of driving uh, in that under those circumstances, where somebody else might take far less alcohol and already be impaired.
Okay.
I don't want to really bore anybody with it, but that's one of the things I'm thinking about. The other thing is I don't think people should have their right to travel restricted in this country, and that's something that I think a lot of people should be aware of. Anyhow, I don't want to talk about politics. I do want to
Yeah,
talk
we're on
about.
Hellraisers
I
Ball.
do
Do
want
we
to talk
really
about.
want to talk about politics? Are we gonna have like city
I
council
just want to put it
person
out there.
on next week or something?
I just want to put
Are you surprised any? Is there supposed to be a guest in here?
I just want to put Amendment .13 on the table.
Amendment
.13.
.13.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be good. How was New York?
It was excellent. I had an awesome time. Family doing really well. You know, the city is amazing. The food's amazing. And I wish we could actually still be up there filming. I mean, it would be great.
I think it would be great. As a matter of fact, what's really ironic is when we first started doing Hellraisers Ball a little bit over a year ago, we basically called out to a lot of the local talent in the area that was playing on the cover circuit and, kind of hibernating. There's a lot of people here that are extremely gifted and talented that were just either not doing anything or kind of just doing the cover thing. And we called out to a lot of a lot of those bands to start putting out original music and support the local original scene. And what's really really cool is that, just a little bit over a year later, now a lot of those bands are doing exactly that. There's a lot of bands like, for instance, Love Dogs, which came out of L.A. Pussycat, which is a tribute band.
Good old Joey Bishop.
Yep, good old Joey Bishop over there, and the Love Dogs, and of course the rest of the Love Dogs. And we'll talk more about the rest of those guys in a little while. And now they're playing all originals. Name
Right.
change obviously, and you got other bands like not that I want to, let the cat out of the bag for some of them, but I've heard rumors.
None?
Um, no, not them. But Sobriety X.
Oh, Sobriety X.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Changes?
going back to the drawing board and writing some originals.
Right.
And of course, now Raleigh from Den of Thieves, and and of course Johnny Osborne from Circle to Circle and
like that, right?
Dr. Butcher. They have the X13 project, which is going to be coming out, from what I understand, sometime around September. And a lot of other bands that are just laying a big deal, putting out an original CD this year, you know. So quite a few bands, that are actually, you know, pressing forward with the originals and, still playing covers, but, you know, uh, getting out there and doing it. And I think the other thing that, what I was getting to actually, before I got sidetracked, is that a lot of those bands are actually going outside of Florida to play. And Love Dogs in particular are going to be going to New York City in August.
We need a sound man, don't they?
They might. I don't know what they got going on there, but Joey, when he was on the show last week, he mentioned that they're going to be playing in New York sometime towards the end of August, and um, they already got the date and the venue set up. I don't recall, so I don't want to make a mistake, saying it. But they're not the only band in Florida right now that's planning on traveling out of the state, and quite a few bands from here are going to be going to New York to play. I heard Gary Shutt has also got some dates in New York.
It's funny. I just found him at Racetrack, right here in Clearwater, Florida.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, the other day. Racetrack meaning the gas station. And actually him and Tracy were just pulling up while I was, getting the gas. It was funny. Just running into him.
He wasn't stuck at the time, was he? Because I read on Facebook he had some problems with his serpentine belt, and Tracy came to rescue him.
They
I don't know.
They were in Gary's car, so maybe
okay.
it was after that.
Maybe after the fact. But I read about it. And what's the other thing? Oh, we have a whole bunch of special broadcasts coming up. One of the places where we were considering broadcasting from tonight, the Brass Mug over in Tampa, Florida. Of course, Damon Janaya, lead vocalist of Retribution, does his karaoke.
That's how you pronounce his name?
Yeah. How do you think you say it? Yeah.
Janaya.
No,
It sounds like a ride. That's what ride up this garden.
it does.
But I don't want to ride that ride.
You don't want to ride the ride? You don't want to get to the top of Mount Janaya? But anyhow, Damon wanted us to broadcast from the Brass Mug tonight. He does his karaoke brutally, and I told him that we would, consider it and, definitely set it up for another time. Of course, tonight was the pre-show for a big event that he has coming up this 4th of July. Damon also has a Nine Inch Nails tribute band called Wish, and they're going to be playing over at Janus Live.
Is that guy ever sweet?
I don't know. He's a busy guy, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Between he does the karaoke, I know he does the solo acoustic stuff. I know sometimes he plays with Chuck as a duo. Plus, of course, Retribution has a pretty full schedule, and now a Nine Inch Nails tribute.
Wow.
And I'm sure, you know,
these. I'm a really big fan of mine. I hope they do it justice. I haven't yet seen anything.
And I've heard that Retribution, also another local cover band, is going to be having an album coming out in the near future.
That would be really nice.
And so it's happening. And
now,
so
who plays drums for?
You know, I don't know. I have no clue. I have to check the lineup. Getting back to the event that they're doing on 4th of July over at Janice Live, Hellraisers Ball will be in attendance, and we'll be doing a very special broadcast and interview with the entire band backstage from Janice Live. Now, as of right now, we have permission to videotape the interview. We're trying to get permission to actually air it as it happens live. I don't think it'll be a problem to actually air the interview. As far as airing the performance, that might not, be allowed. But Damon is working on it as we speak, and so we'll have confirmation on that before Thursday, and I'll post whatever I find out on to Facebook and the different social networking sites. We also have a couple of other broadcasts coming up. Tomorrow night we're going to be testing out some equipment over at Billy G's in Largo, correct?
Yeah.
And
if we want to get done on time, we got to start moving on to our video.
Very cool. So tomorrow night, Billy G's. Thursday, 4th of July, Janice Live. Hellraisers Ball is going to be doing the interview at 7:30 p.m. over at Janice Live. I believe Wish hits the stage just after that. Try to get there early. I think there's other bands that are going to be on that lineup. It's going to be one hell of a time. I heard there's an after party hosted by Jesse Cage over at Club Detroit afterwards, and I think there's a fireworks thing going on. So it should be a blast, so to speak.
Sounds good.
So I know we got some videos queued up. How about you pick? You want to go to the Chrome video first, and then we'll go to the Love Dogs?
Yeah.
Now this is something that, is... Yeah. Now this is something long overdue. I had told Rick Lopez about it, and he was excited. I sent him the video. He checked it out. I also promised him we'd now, Chrome has a slightly different lineup, so I promised them that we're going to shoot some new footage and put a new promo video together for him. But this was Mike Dillon's debut show with Chrome. Mike Dillon, drummer extraordinaire, now on bass. And the funny thing is I ran into another person over at the State Theater on Saturday at the Love Dog show, and I was quite surprised. Mike Dillon is not the only bass player that the only drummer switching to bass.
It happened.
Talon Black, who a lot of people may know from L.A. Pussycat, is now the bass player in Sister Kill Cycle.
Wow.
Freaked me out, and he cut his hair too.
Like me? How cool?
No, it's cooler than yours, but yeah. No, it's different. He has like one of those trendy dudes.
Yeah.
He's got like the long, like staggered cut in the front, and then it's like short in the back. But it shocked the hell out of me. Anyhow, without further ado, here is Chrome live at Billy G's, Mike Dillon's debut show, right now on Hellraisers Ball.
Kodak moment. It's a Kodak moment. Oh yeah, it's a Kodak moment. Alright, now that you got that, I think you can be a little bit louder, because other than that, you fucking suck if you're not loud. Serious, right? Ready? When I woke up this morning and Alright, that was better. I mean, one more time. I woke up this morning and Okay, we'll finish. Well, the future looks good and the end is always near. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. All night Thank you. Woo! Yes! Two thumbs up for Boone.
Hell yeah!
Hey, Carl! Thank you.
Happy birthday.